Hello, hello, hello. We should be live, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's start today. I know I already have some. Hello, Cynthia. Cindy. I see that throws me off. Oh, wait, gotta turn the volume down. Let's go over here. And hello, Yvonne. We'll see whoever else makes their way here. There we go. Mute that. Come back to that. Let's get some clearing organized. I got a nice new thing of sage here. Clear the energy. Clear some of that energy. My God, some of that energy's been crazy dense lately. Clear. Let's hope we're all moving our way out of the darkness. Clear. Clear. Hello. Yes, I know you prefer Cindy. Sorry, but your thing says Cynthia, so it throws me off, darling. Throws me off. Okay, so we have cleared some energies. I wonder, how is everyone doing? Holy super full moon, Batman. That so totally knocked me on my ass. Let's get this off and get comfortable here. So yes, I know a lot of people have been knocked back way down into the depths, getting squeezed more into the depths, and I feel today a little bit lighter. So if you're still in the dark, it's coming. It's a coming. I feel lighter today, and I got my appetite back last night. That's always a surefire sign that you're coming back up. If your body is telling you not to eat and you lose your appetite while you're going through another wave of Dark Night of the Soul, don't worry about it. That is going to assist you get through it faster. Okay, so your body may request some fasting. And then when you're done, you get ding, 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 the signal that, oh my God, I'm ravished with hunger. So I ate last night, and I was like, yes. Oh, that means I'm coming out the other end of this. Thank God. That one was a doozy. And remember, that full moon was the most super of the super full moons of 2024. So they're behind us now. There's no more super moons going to come and knock us down like that one did. Okay, that one was the biggie. It was really getting to the root of a lot of things. I've been getting downloads all day today. I could have probably done 7 videos today on 7 different topics because the stuff is just coming in. I'm getting downloads after downloads after downloads and ahas and all kinds of things. So the light comes after the dark. It does come, the darkest before the dawn, and all they say that. One of the messages that I received today was all about time. And to not worry, we got time. You got plenty of time, so sit back, relax, take it easy on yourself. There's no rush. Absolutely no rush to accomplishing whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish. And that felt like a load off for me. I was like, oh, really? That's amazing. Thank you. I have time. I don't have to worry about making my house perfect because I got time. I don't have to worry about getting my career all organized. I got time. I don't need to worry about my love life. I got time. I don't need to worry about anything. I got time. You got time. So that's why I named today's reading something about you got time. Because that was one of the big messages that came in today. And our first card up from the Sou Journey Oracle deck, beautiful card. This is Heard. May your brave call be carried on the wind. Okay, so you are being heard. That's a beautiful seascape there. Sometimes it feels like our prayers are falling on deaf ears. And we sit there and reiterate the same prayer over and over again. Mine is usually, dear God, please heal me. Dear God, please heal me. And I don't know what it is for you. Please save me. Please protect me. Please guide me. Please something me. Let it be known right here, right now, I am confirming to you that your prayers have been heard. Unfortunately, sometimes divine time is not ego time. And so ego is like, I want it now. And God's saying, you got time. You got time to heal that. You got time to find those people. You got time to figure it out. You got time. So your prayer has been heard, and you just have to go with the flow of it. And listen, There's nothing I hate more than somebody telling me to go with the flow while you're in the midst of dark night of the soul. It's like being told to calm down. Okay, nobody likes being told to calm down when they're irate, and nobody likes being told to go with the flow. So I'm not going to tell you to go with the flow. I'm going to tell you to lean into it and you let yourself be carried, which is pretty much the same thing, but a little less derogative. Okay? So we are being listened to, even though a lot of times it feels like what we're saying is completely and utterly just, is anybody out there? Ooh, that Pink Floyd song. What one is that? Comfortably Numb. Don't worry, you are comfortably numb at this present moment in time. There is somebody out there, is what we are being told. Next up, let's hop into get help. Please God, help me get through this. Yes, that's another good one. Yes, you have plenty of time, Cindy. Plenty of time. We've got despair coming up and the dark, and we've got Mandy here. Welcome, Mandy. Mandy, your first card that you missed there, hun, was the card being heard. Your prayers are being heard. They're just not manifesting as fast as you may want. So next, we're hopping into the Sacred Destiny Oracle and see what messages are coming in from Spirit in this. And yes, okay. Oh, this is interesting. I pulled cards from I'm going to pull another card. I'm told to pull another card. Okay. We're getting to 3. Okay. So right now, and I pulled this card for me yesterday because I was like, I don't know what's happening. I need to know. And we have the card Taking Risks. And what I love about this card is, this is very much Grand Canyon-esque, and you see this beautiful bird flying, soaring high above what feels like an empty terrain. So when you're going through the void, it feels like you're stuck in an endless landscape of when will this ever end? This despair, this anxiety, this depression, this confusion. When will this end? All I see, as far as the eye can see, is more of the same. But because we've got this, and I think it's a hawk energy that's coming in above, is saying, look at the bird's eye view. You've been through this before. You'll be and get through this again. This too shall pass, and you will find. This hawk's looking, when's my next meal? Where's it coming from? I don't know. I can't see anything. It's just all red, sandy stuff. And so it's all right because we're taking risks. We're being pushed past our comfort zones, which feels risky only to your ego. It's risky to your soul. Your soul knows which way to go. You are being divinely guided. You are protected. Everything is for you. And it doesn't feel like it. Your ego is saying, hey, listen, from my vantage point, this looks like desert. This looks like hell. This looks like I'm hungry, and where is the river? I don't see, what my next thing is. And Spirit is saying to you, listen, it's a coming. But you got to get through this first. We got to get out and clear out all this stuff first. And look, we've got this gorgeous path saying going forward. This is propelling us forward. When you go down into the depths, okay, when you come back up, you're like, not only a breath of fresh air, but you start to get the downloads, you start to get the ahas, you start to get the releases, you start to feel lighter and happier. We are being led into enlightenment. You are on the path to your enlightenment. You are the Buddha. You are the Dalai Lama. You are your own guru, and you are walking this, it's like a golden path. You're walking the yellow brick road, so to speak, to bring you into this greater place of absolute enlightenment. And what is on the other end of that is abundance. Yes, we all want a little bit of abundance. We want an abundance of love. We want abundance of bliss. We want abundance of peace. We want abundance of harmony. We want abundance of money. We want abundance of success. You name it, we want an abundance of it. And it is there for us, but you got to clear out the gunk. You got to make room for the good to come in. So look how different these two landscapes are. If we do like a little journey that we're on here, is like, okay, there's nothingness, and then we're walking down the path from nothingness into something brighter, and we're at the other end of the path is like all this beautiful stuff, all these like pink, hot pink energies, pink unconditional love, green harmony, heart chakra coming in, blues, authenticity and speaking your truth and being free. Oh yes, to free. An abundance of freedom is what we all want. An abundance of freedom. Yes. So let's also next hop into the Sacred Sea Oracle. All my decks today are kind of blue. I'm for a blue theme. Washing away the old into the new. It's the blue. If we get sensuality again, then I'm going to say this deck is rigged. We've had that card, like, the sea priestess of sensuality, like, almost every read, it feels like, as of lately. I keep seeing that same card. So, let's see what comes up. Okay, we got two, and it's not. We got the sea goddess of abundance. What did I just say? Did I just say abundance? Abundance, the sea goddess of abundance. Yes, sirree. I can't believe it, but it's true. Two cards, one right after each other. Abundance, abundance. It's like double. Double your pleasure, double your fun. Card number 25, and calibrate to abundance. And so the more we are in present, enjoying, and listen, what I've been doing is I've been sitting out in my back garden, as you know. It's basically where I live these days, attached to the ground, especially when you're going through the dark stuff. And there's two Japanese maples that are beside each other they're not actually in my garden, but they lean into my garden. And I stare up and I just look at the plethora of leaves. Okay, and just see how many, oh my God, there's so many leaves, I can't even count them. There's an abundance of leaves. So I'm just sitting and cultivating a connection to what feels abundant. I'm not going to attempt to try to count all those leaves. And so that's what I want in my life. I want more than I can count. So I'm going to, in my meditation, be in awe of something more than I can count. Same with this abundance. Look, you can't go out and count these grass leaves. So get yourself in a situation where you're staring at and looking at abundance. If you're staring at and looking at scarcity, you're going to see more scarcity. So look at, physically with your eyes, look at abundant things. Oh, look at how far this water goes. Oh my God, there's an abundance of this ocean. It just goes on forever if you're near the sea. Or if you're not near the sea, get into the forest and look at the trees and look at the abundance of leaves, you know, all the leaves that are on the ground. Just try to count all those. Because the more we connect with that energy and just feel it and go, oh, that's a soothing feeling. Because we're kicking to the curb scarcity mindedness, scarcity consciousness. There's not enough. How am I going to survive? I'm all alone. Where the hell's the next rat for dinner? I don't see nothing. No, we're walking away from that type of thinking, and we're moving our way into a much more abundant mindset. We also had hop out card number 18. And card number 18 is the Moon Queen of the Sea. Reclaim receptivity. Third eye wide open. So again, reclaiming receptivity and opening ourselves to like seeing what's coming for us, allowing things to be. The more we practice that feminine energy, so we've got like very feminine energies coming in, the more we sit in our resting, receptivity, restoring, recalibrating, all the raw words, all the feminine energies, the more we allow information to come. So this is the point of the mission as of late. You know, I think it was last read or last week, or I don't even know, because it's all mumbo jumboed up there in regards to memory. I put out a video on rest and the divine feminine energy and how vitally important it is that you do it. Do it. I don't want to hear, oh, it's hard to rest. I'm not used to resting. I'd rather be doing this. I'd rather be busying myself with that. I'd rather be distracting myself with something else. Make sure that you're giving yourself at least an hour every single day to just be in your own company. No stimulation, no sound, no television, no distractions, no telephone. Just shut it down and just be with yourself. Just be. Just practice just being. Because the more you practice just being, the more you are in that feminine energy, the more you're going to create yourself the ability to start receiving and connecting into that divine feminine energy. And I love this card because if you look at it up close, boom, I turn it upside down and it's the same face. And so what this is telling me is, you know, our power through our intuitive voice, right, is our ability to go into the spirit world or the 5D and see things through our intuitive knowings. Maybe they come into you as clairsentience and bodily experiences and you just sense something's off. Listen to it. Maybe it comes in by way of voices and you hear spirit very clearly saying to you, you've got time. Maybe it comes into you with claircognizance and you just have certain knowings about things. And that's what's happening is we're going in and out of 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, understanding, seeing, knowing, believing, feeling, being. Okay, so I'm loving this card here because it's about that. It's that feminine energy that connects us to the spirit world. Okay, and we all have. It doesn't mean that you have to be a woman, but yes, if you are a woman, you have a little bit of that edge up with heightened levels of women's intuition. So this is when we're really going to tap into it. Now that doesn't mean as a man you can't tap into your own women's intuition. If you sit and rest and cultivate a greater degree of feminine energy within you. That means expressing yourself, connecting to yourself, creating wholeness, because that's what we're doing. We're creating wholeness. Okay, next up, we're going to hop Angels of Atlantis and see what the Angels of Atlantis have to say. Hello, soul. Welcome. Mandy says, I found some teepees today made with sticks and tree trunks. I'm going to be sitting in each for meditation. I absolutely love that. That is heavenly. Yes, I say go for it. The more you can spend time outside, sitting down, catching these last beautiful rays of sunlight. I don't know what the weather's like in the UK for you there, over there, Yvonne, but over here we've had 2 glorious days. But even when it's cold, just put on some warmer clothes and get out and get some your sun coats in. From the angelic kingdom, we have Zadkiel coming in to assist us today, Archangel Zadkiel. And what Archangel Zadkiel is bringing us a sense of security, a connection with the divine. So look at that. We have man's hand touching God. And we also have this beautiful turquoisey color surrounding this with a beautiful flower of life energy coming through. And what this is talking to me about is cultivating a greater degree of authenticity, because when you are more in your authentic truth, speaking from truth, acting from truth, thinking from truth, thinking from what feels right to me. Does something feel off to me? I'm going to act on what feels off to me. I'm going to make choices based on what I feel, regardless of how much evidence I have in the 3D world, because I am going to rely on my knowings. I'm not going to rely on necessarily evidence, especially if we're looking for evidence from other people who might feed you a whole bunch of poppycock, right? Don't trust words, trust feelings, trust your intuitive hits about things. Because in trusting your intuitive hits, you're going to be a lot better off as you walk down this path towards your abundance. We need to start having faith and more trust in ourselves. And when things feel off, that's a hard no. That's a hard no. I'm going to set up a boundary. I'm going to keep on walking. I'm going to keep doing my journey because I'm needing something bigger and better. I just did the other day some 2 warning videos that are useful information about tools and techniques that narcissistic toxic people use to keep you ensnared, to prevent you from walking up this path. They don't want you to walk up this path. Okay? They don't want you to have more authenticity, power, and truth, and all the abundance and everything else. They don't. They do not. They want to keep you back. So on your path towards the divine, you might have to walk away from some individuals that are blowing smoke up your ass, literally. Okay? So the other video that I did was on words. Watch out for certain toxic communication techniques. Because if somebody's trying to convince you that something mean is something kind, that's gaslighting. So security is coming in because when we can trust ourselves, then we can navigate ourselves through the world. It doesn't matter what other people are doing because we'll be like, yeah, that's a no from me. Bye. And trust in that. And trust in it because you're being led into something better and something greater. Don't settle. Don't tolerate. Don't... all of those energies, okay? Because I don't know about you, but I personally want to touch the hand of God and be in my divine connection and relationship with God. It was kind of funny, actually. I was talking to a friend today, and I said, yeah, this whole journey, man, we're all God's bitches. God's gonna do, and if you don't like the word God, the universe, the creator, it's all the same thing. This journey that we're on, once you set down the path of a spiritual awakening, and you set down the path of a kundalini, and you set down the path of a twin flame journey, yeah, your life is no longer your own. Free will goes, bye. That's what all this ego death is getting your free will to get into alignment with the divine so that you can surrender to the path that is being laid out for you as opposed to the one that you want to build. Well, if I just do this and I just poke my nose in here and if I just write this one last email and if I just interject myself one more time and if I just try to it's time to just be like, okay, you can take the wheel. I got it. I hear ya. I'm going to just go with the flow of it. We have up Wolverine energy and then also Hare energy. Card number 5, card number 31, and one card over here got locked behind. So I'm going to leave that, which is Orca energy. And that's card number 30. So first up, we have Wolverine, and you can see this badass warrior standing on the back of a grizzly bear and just lit. This guy is saying, I got no more fucks to give, and I'm just taking no prisoners. Don't fucking mess with me. Absolute fucking fierceness. I love it. He's fucking a lot. He's saying fuck a lot. Lots of F words are coming out of him. This warrior of like, I'm just going for it. Get out of my way. Okay? If you are not in alignment with me and in alignment with the divine, I am standing up for myself. I am saying, hell no! I'm not taking that bullshit no more. This guy is amazing. And I love bear energy because bear energy is very protective. You don't want to mess with a grizzly bear. Absolutely not. And it has that vibe of like mama bear, you know. I'm going to protect my inner child. Okay? I'm not just protecting my children. I'm going to protect my inner child and be, that's not acceptable. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm not doing it. It's stepping into the energy of your sacred rage. And I did a video about that just recently as well, because rage is a very important step on this healing journey, okay? We, especially as women who've been told our whole lives to stop doing that and smile and look pretty. No, I'm not going to look pretty. I'm going to look fierce. Rawr! I'm not taking any more bullshit. At the door. Goodbye. Good riddance. I am standing in my personal power, and I am not weak anymore. I am not submissive anymore. I am not these energies. I am strong. I am a mama bear, and you've been messing with the wrong cub, okay? Because this cub in here, I know how to protect her now, okay? I know how to like love her now. I know how to provide for her now. I don't need anyone outside of me because I got the power. It reminds me of He-Man. I got the power. Is that what he even said? Something like that. Okay, next up we have the hair, which is cycles. And look at this woman. So we've got this lovely, beautiful, feminine goddess energy coming in with all these bunnies. And bunnies represent a whole bunch of creation happening here. Her eyes are closed. She is in resting contemplative state. Also, eyes closed, third eye open. Okay, so we're no longer relying on what we see. We're relying on what we believe. We know to be true. We know that we are meant for something greater. We know that we have a purpose. We know that things are coming into alignment for us, that God is protecting us, that we are being guided, that there is something behind this whole thing that is happening, and it's being created without us having to do a whole hell of a lot. It's just more meditation time for me, more time in my feminine energy for me. I'm going to just let things grow. And just look at her. She's just like, I'm at such peace. I'm in such harmony. And all the rabbits, they just come to me. I don't need to chase anything. If this woman started chasing things, all those bunnies would run away. No more chasing energy at all. Zero chasing after your dreams, after a relationship, after writing that book, after this. No more chasing. It'll come when it comes, which is where we started from. You've got time. Time is not running out. Be here now. Be in the present moment, and let all those things that are meant to be created for you come to you. You are a magnet, okay? You are not a free radical chasing anything anymore. You are a magnet, and you're masculine. So it's like I can be in my feminine energy because my masculine energy is protecting me. I am one whole unit. I can sit here in my meditation because somebody comes at me. I'm going to be like, yeah, no, snippity, snippity, snip. Not tolerating that anymore. I've got work to do. See me doing work, sitting here looking like I'm doing absolutely nothing with my eyes closed in the garden going, yeah, that's me working hard. So I like it. We're not going to let others outside of us dictate what productivity looks like. Ooh. Card number 30, we have Orca energy, and we have song lines coming in. And I love this because it's all kind of upside down. Look, okay, so the ocean is actually, here we go, I have another flippy floppy card here. The ocean is actually on the other side, but she is here. So these two cards are doing the exact same thing. Oh, we're into a new timeline. Oh, we're back into 3D. Oh, we're into the 5D. So the more time that we spend in meditation and in restful energy, again, she's resting. So your job is to rest. If you haven't been resting, you got to rest some more. That's just par for the course. We're not fully out of this yet, and allow those things to come. So she's in this restful energy, and the whales are coming to her. They're coming out of the ocean and coming to her. This is like miraculous. You know, she doesn't have to go and dive into the water and go down into the depths anymore. They are coming to her. They're hopping on out of the water, these giant whales, and they're bringing her incredible messages and balance. And I love how it's orcas as opposed to any other whales, because orcas are white and black, balancing my masculine and feminine energy, balancing shadow and light. The angels are singing songs through the whales. Hey, maybe while you're doing a little bit of that resting that you need to do, you can play some whale music. Just sit and listen to some whale songs. When you're in your bath, have some whale songs going. So there's a little bit of a tip. I'm going to do that tonight. See what the whales have to say to us. Just sit and listen to some whales. Okay, starseeds. Let's go into the Starseed Oracle and catch up. There's so many comments. Oh, so many comments. Okay, cloudy and rainy. That must be the UK, because it's always cloudy and rainy in the UK. Just rains 360 days of the year. Yeah, I lived in the west coast of Ireland. I know how much it rains. And so it rained the other day. I danced in it. Love dancing in the rain. Yes, absolutely. Dance in the rain. Yay to dancing. Don't mind if it's warm. Hey, even if it's cold, you might get a reset for that nervous system if it's cold enough. Yes, cold water does refresh the nervous system. Cold showers, cold plunges, all of those things. I'm really seriously considering investing in a cold plunge. One of those little, you can get little ones for not so much money, and fill them with like ice water. And my goal is to do 2 minutes. That's going to take a bit to work me up. I do cold showers, but cold showers is not the same as an ice bath. If you can do an ice bath, you are badass fierce warrior. Seriously, you are like amazing. That's what I want to work myself up to. Had cold bath the other day. That's good. Good. Oh, a ladybug just came into this read. Well, ladybugs are bringing in good energy, very good energy. They bring forth, a ladybug in the UK is known as a ladybird. Bet you didn't know that, or maybe you did. If you're in the UK, you knew that. Time is on our side. Yes, it is. Okay, so caught up in the comments, and we have the Hathors is the energy that is coming in. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Okay, so we're walking through this energy of our ancestors, the feminine energies of our ancestors, our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers before us, all gave us life. Okay, all gave us life. And now, on this spiritual awakening, we are rebirthing ourselves. And so you may be having some labor pains, and the labor pains may feel physical, and you may be having some discomfort, and you may be having a dark squeeze and not feeling very nice. I can remember, you may also be like, when is this ever going to end? I can remember my last month of my pregnancy with my son, and it was like, get this thing out of me already. Like, I was huge. I was ginormous. He had enough umbilical fluid in there to like do back lengths. He had a whole swimming pool, Olympic-sized swimming pool going on in there. They all thought that I was having twins or more, and I'm like, no, just a lot of space in there for him to swim around. And by the end, I felt like I could have shaded like an African village You know, I could have protected multiple children underneath me just from the shadow that I would have. And you get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm so done. When is this ever going to end? And I definitely been sitting in that energy recently thinking like, oh, come on now. Oh, come on. Come on. This has been going on for years. Is this ever going to end? And so, yes, remember that it ends, it feels you're at the most frustrated right before you give birth. You're not saying in month 2, oh, when is this going to end? No, in month 2, you're like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm having a baby, and you're just starting to show, and it's, you're having a little bit of discomfort, but oh, it's so exciting. By month 9, you're like, So if you're feeling, know that you're in month 9. It's time to birth yourself anew. It's time to walk through this portal and carry with you all the energies and the gifts from all the feminine energies that have come before you. So we're getting a lot of feminine energy coming into this read. I'm digging that. Let's go next up to the Twin Flame Ascension deck. Take Me Home Oracle. These cards are as hard as hard. They don't shuffle very well. Okay. Oh, nice. We had this card on Friday, I think it was, whenever it was the full moon read that I had. 1111, compassion, higher heart openings. So again, more feminine energy, kind of Mary Magdalene energy coming in for us. She's kind of Mary Magdalene-y, if Mary Magdalene was a Scot with red hair. Though they do say that she went to Scotland. The Rose Line, so it's called, the Rose Line. So here we go. Compassion, we've got pink and green energies coming in here to help assist. So if you are not practicing self-compassion at this stage of the game, that is what is required. So anytime that you go down into the darks, we're going to give ourselves even more compassion. Because the more, it's like practicing for the exam. You're practicing giving yourself compassion so you know how to show up and give compassion for other people. This is the mission. This is the work. Self-compassion. And through the more difficult that you get, the more compassionate you should become for yourself. See? That's why it's hard. It's hard because God wants you, Spirit wants you, the universe wants you to practice compassion on yourself first. So, physician, heal thyself. Work to heal thyself first so that you can go out into the world and heal others. Because then it spreads out. This is like it starts from here, this center point, and it spreads outwards. So more and more and more compassion for you. Okay? More and more and more. Next up, we're going to hop into the sacred geometry. We've got a lot of sacred cards today. I didn't even intend that, but it's, yes, we've got sacred destiny, sacred sea, sacred. I'm mildly obsessed with sacred geometry because there's so much truth in geometry. And I like truth. I like truth more than anything else. Okay. And there we go. Ha! See, come on. Like, seriously, I couldn't make this happen if I tried. Okay, first we have abundance and abundance run right after each other. And now we have like this compassion with universal love following it that looks like almost the exact same. We've got 4-4. So, this spreading of heart energy. So first 11-11 and now 44. Universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole existence itself. So it spreads out from this central point. It spreads out from this central point. It spreads out. So what is the central point? The central point is you. You are the central point. You are healing the world. You don't need to go out into the world to heal the world. Oh, look at the world. The world's got so many problems. There's this wrong and the politics and this, that, and the other. No, shut off the television and heal the world by healing you. That's what you got to do. That is the mission. Because when you heal, we are interconnected. And I love all of this. Like, there's just this interconnectedness, this universal. We are all in one cosmic soup, okay? So when you, inside the cosmic soup, stop drinking, stop smoking, stop eating the sugar, get out and get for a walk, go do your meditation, it reverberates energetically into everyone that you are interconnected with. There is no separation. There is no me and you. Okay? I did some writing today over on Facebook in regards to that connection. And empaths understand I'm picking up on other people's energy. And if you're new on this spiritual awakening and your empath gifts are just coming online and you're having all kinds of issues, where's this coming from? Why am I feeling angry all of a sudden? I have nothing to be feeling angry about. Where did that come from? It's not yours. We're interconnected. It's not yours. It's yours now that it's been given to you and you have to deal with it. But all of a sudden you'll have an emotion that hits you from like out of the blue. And what your mind does is your mind lies to you and tells you, oh, I must be really angry because that person cut me off in traffic. I didn't think I was that angry about it, but I'm feeling really angry about it now. Oh, your mind creates a story. Stop listening to the mind. Feel the emotion, help express the emotion to get it out of you. Scream into a pillow, punch, hit things, hit your bed, write a hate mail if it's ragey kind of energies that are coming out. If it's anxiety kind of energies coming out, I'm okay, everything's going to be okay. Get up, stamp your feet, hit your chest. It's okay. It may not be yours. It may not be yours. The same can be said for physical symptoms because this whole universal love is bringing in the awareness that, okay, listen, one of you is this little bubble and one of you is this little bubble over here. But we are all in this whole thing together. So if this little bubble over here is having certain issues and living their life a certain way, it's going to affect all these other little bubbles. Another way to look at it is like bubble wrap, right? I'm in my little bubble in bubble wrap, and you're in your little bubble in bubble wrap, but we're in the same bubble wrap. So if I'm going out and I'm like doing crazy things in my bubble and creating a whole bunch of havoc and fear and like, oh my God, the world's gonna end, and I'm like Chicken Little, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, oh my God, there's bad people over there doing this and there's bad people over there, then what do you think's gonna happen? Everybody else around that's in this whole universal bubble wrap is going to be like going like this. Why am I feeling so like all over the place? Why am I feeling like this? I don't know why I'm feeling like this. It's because we're in the same thing. We're all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. It is one connection, and what is holding us all together, that soup, is love, is God, is the divine, is everything. It's in us. We don't need to look outside of ourselves. It's in us. When we go in prayer, who are we talking to? We're talking to energy that is in us and outside of us, and in you and in me, and it's all around us. We are held together by this all one beautiful energy all together. So I'm going to repeat what this says here, and says the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet. Oh yes, you might be feeling Mother Earth a bit pissed off too. Lots of things are happening. So when things are happening on the Schumann resonance, or things are happening energetically, and we're getting all these sun flares coming in, and Mother Earth is going, whoa, you're exposing a lot. We're on Earth. We are of Earth. We're not separate from Earth. We are all together. So you may be feeling all kinds of stuff that's not even like originating within you. And to the whole of existence itself. Now, I feel like reading the book for this, and I'm going to go on in and do that. Here we go, because Spirit would like me to say something about this card a little bit further. 44. How are we doing for time? We're doing good. Yes. Love is probably the most sought after, mysterious, intermittent, and fulfilling feeling that a human can experience. Its mystery surely derives from the fact that we cannot really describe or define what it is. Is it energy? Is it an emotion? Perhaps it is simply the glue that binds everything together. Whatever it is, we know without a doubt when we feel loved and when we love. As vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and our emotions. And from that vibrational point of attention, we attract everything else into our reality. We attract it into, remember, she's not chasing, it's coming into our reality. Love is one of the highest frequencies. By the way, not as high as authenticity. Authenticity, love. Authenticity, love. Higher frequencies as the higher we get up there. So love is one of the highest frequencies. When we are in a state of love, we easily attract circumstances and people into our reality that are aligned with that frequency. Human beings are capable of feeling deep compassion and love, not just for one another, but for all life in general. How do you describe when what a parent feels towards their child, or how friends feel towards each other, or the love between siblings, amongst family members, for pets, or even the way we feel about our planet and its inhabitants? Love is a powerful force that drives our actions, motivates our behaviors, and can change the course of our lives. And perhaps the very reason that we are capable of such deep feelings is that nothing fuels our desire for change and evolution more than the love that we are able to feel. When we remember that everyone and everything is connected to the same source, we can overcome any perceived differences and join our power towards more conscious reality, one based on love. The deep blue background represents the universe, the space in which all exists. Flowers have been traditionally used to express love, affection, admiration, and attention. The flower of life represents the grid on which the three-dimensional world is based. Red represents the physical plane and the passion we feel when we love. The flower in the middle refers to the 1,000-petaled lotus, a symbol for the crown chakra and our connection to source and universal knowledge. The color green indicates an open heart that is capable of love and compassion. So that message, I think, is a really important one to end our read for the tribe with. I will, however, if anyone wants an individual card, I will pull them now. So get your name going in the chat there. And to do a recap, your prayers have been heard. Your ego might think that this is a risky journey, but your soul knows exactly the way forward to bring you into a greater sense of abundance, and even more abundance to the power of 2, to the power of 3. The more you rest and get into your feminine energy and your restful state, your intuitive hits will start coming online, which are going to make you feel a lot more secure in the world. And when you feel more secure, you can stand in your truth and in your ferocity, not taking and tolerating anything that's not in alignment with divine love. All other things are a hard no. Because we're standing in solitude, bringing in and attracting to us all the things that we want to create for ourselves. And the whales are also, the things that are coming for us aren't just the size of bunnies, they're the size of whales. You're due big stuff. Big stuff is a-coming right after you finish rebirthing yourself. So ouch to the sore little growing pains that you might be experiencing, those pre-labor pains. And so while you're in labor, giving birth to yourself and creating a whole new paradigm for your world, you're going to show yourself an umpteenth amount of love and compassion, and more love and compassion. Because when you give it to yourself, you are healing the world. Okay? So you don't need to go to protest. You don't need to write a letter to your government official. What you need to do is sit down and heal yourself. Work on yourself, love yourself, show compassion to yourself, because what you change on the inside is going to change the outer reality for everyone. That is the warrior work. So I know that Mandy had requested a card pulled from any deck that had soul in the title, and so my first deck actually pulled today is the Sou Journey. So I'm going to pull one card now for Mandy, and anyone else that wants a card, shout it out here, and we'll see. And just because this is for Mandy, what have we just learned? It's for everyone, right? But there we go. So next up, Yvonne would like to know if her spirit guides have any messages because she can't hear them. That's because you're in the void, my darling. When you're going through massive transitions, you cannot hear your guides at that moment in time. It's like your phone disconnecting you're getting 2 cards. 3 cards. There we go. It's like your phone disconnecting and needing to do an upgrade. So while you're in the upgrade, it's like you can't play on your phone. So you can't hear anything. You can't connect. There's no connection. It's a feeling of, is anybody out there? Go listen to that Pink Floyd song. Pink Floyd's very soothing. Okay, so Mandy, we have begin, resilient, and free. So first, look, we're walking down the boardwalk here into this beautiful sunrise or sunset. I think it's a sunrise. No, it might be a sunset. Begin. May you start as if you've already begun. Okay, so put your mindset to it that I am able. I can do one thing at a time. Every single day, I'm going to do, if you don't know about the ABLE program, I've got an ABLE playlist. ABLE is every single day, you're going to achieve one thing. So you've already begun. You've got your eye on the goal. Okay, I want to quit this. So today, I'm going to get through the day and I'm going to achieve one full day of not doing the thing I'm going to quit. Or I want to lose weight. Okay, I'm going to go out every single day and do some walking, which is E for ABLE anyways. So ABLE, achieve one thing every single day. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be a small thing. It could be I'm achieving processing through lifetimes of trauma, and I'm lying here on the ground and it may look like I'm doing nothing, but man, am I achieving, right? Change your definition of achieving. I might be achieving something in the outer world, and I'm going to clean out my closet and purge a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need anymore because the clutter and the energy is clogging me up, and that's what I'm going to do today. So you're going to achieve one thing every single day. That's it. B is bliss, and we cannot bypass to bliss. We cannot take an elevator to bliss. The only thing we can do to get to bliss is to purge all the things that aren't bliss. So feel all the emotions that aren't bliss. Feel the anxiety, feel the fears, lean in, because each time you do, you're purifying yourself, and when you're purifying yourself, you're getting yourself closer and closer to bliss. You can also do things that are going to help lift you, help elevate the emotions. Meditation, listening to like beautiful sacred music, listening to whale songs, so things like that be like, okay, I'm not quite in bliss, but this is getting me one step further away from depression. Because this is the biggest problem that people have, is people think I need to be, this is where I'm at, and this is where I want to be. And I just want to jump there. And there is no jump there. There's only one step. So let's say I'm suffering severe depression right now. Then your first day is, my goal is not to be in bliss. That's unrealistic. My goal is to be slightly less depressed than I was yesterday. And then the next day, I'm going to want to be slightly less depressed than I was the day before that. And eventually you're going to get to a place of neutrality, and you're going to be like, I want to be in neutrality today. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm just am. And I'm going to accept it because this is what I am. And then eventually, the more you keep working it, the more you keep doing it, the more you keep developing it, you're going to get yourself into that place of bliss. You're going to reach your goal. So we have to clear out the emotions that have been lodged in us our whole life because we were told we weren't allowed to emote. And we need to help us ascend up into bliss one step at a time. Look, one step at a time. You can't get from here to there. We're not in Star Trek where they have those nice little transmuters and then they're somewhere else. That'd be super cool. But no, the awakening is a one step at a time type of process. And so you begin by doing one step at a time. So L in able is love the fuck out of yourself. We already had that message come up twice in this pack of cards. Compassion and self-love. Compassion and self-love. What would I say to my friend in this situation right now? What would I say to my child in this situation right now? And then say those things to you. To those things. And then E for exercise. In alignment. Proper posture. Proper posture. Get your posture better. Posture, posture, posture. Energy travels up your spine to get you to the divine. That's the highway. That is the stairway to heaven, is your spine. So you want to get to heaven, get your spine straight, and get out walking and get into alignment and practice some yin yoga to help stretch out your fascia and your muscles. Exercise in alignment. If you're not exercising in alignment, you are working against yourself. Let the body do the work for you. You are resilient, my darling. You are resilient. May your soul weather the storms. You will get through this. And we have some kind of like smoky, unclear, I don't know which way I'm going, what's happening. It's bumpy. I'm not happy right now. You don't have to be happy right now. That's not the mission. The mission isn't to be happy right now. The mission is to do one step at a time to be a little less miserable than you were the day before. That's the goal. And then when you keep doing that one step at a time, one little bit at a time, one at a time, you're going to finally get to yourself where you're free. I'm free, bitches. I'm free. I'm free. May your soul sing freely. You're free. You're free of the limiting beliefs. You're free of the addictive habits. You're free of the toxic relationships and the narcissists and the codependency and all the fucked up programming. You're free. You're free. You're free. You're free. You may fly and soar free. So walk yourself through the ABLE program. Just begin. Just do it. You're already halfway there. As soon as you say to yourself, I'm going to do something, you've already accomplished half the mission. Because if you don't see it, you can't change it. So once you've seen it, you're already halfway there. It's like being jumped up. Yay, I'm halfway there already. Because I know it. I already know it. I didn't know it last year. I didn't know it last week, but I know it now. I hope that works for you, sweetheart, and anyone else who is on this bubble all together with us. And so, Yvonne, I am going into the Archeo deck for you. It's where I'm being told to go for Yvonne. And then Soul. Wolf energy, my darling. Are you going to be the lone wolf or are you going to follow the pack? Sometimes what we need to do is take our own and go on our own journey so that we can become whole again. This wolf is halfway there. Look, not fully present on this card. is kind of like, I want to be on my own, doing my own thing, but I'm not fully here yet. What's the steps? I need the steps. Well, the steps are one step at a time. What's one thing you can do every single day to make yourself more whole? To make yourself more in your authenticity, to make yourself more in your truth, to make yourself more in your independence, your solitude, your so that you yourself can be whole. Right now we're feeling a little bit like a half a person, not fully present. So follow this path that's being laid for you, and trust that it's a matter of trusting when the next step that I need to take is going to be in front of me. I will be informed of it and I will take it. I am a responsible person and I make good decisions. I can't make all of the decisions today because I'm not there yet. I can only make today's decisions today. And tomorrow's decisions, when I get there, I'll make those decisions then. So what can I do today? Just today, what can I do today? What's the action step that I can do in the present moment that's going to help alleviate some of this not feeling fully there? Can I give myself a break and say, okay, I need to take some time to meditate, and that's what I'm doing? Or can I make a phone call? You know, what is it, the one thing that you can do today? Don't make a laundry list of 100 steps that you need to take. You know that there will be steps that present to you as you do the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And it's nice because this path, you can see kind of in the background there, it's like it's dotted with all these little towns. So at each little place, there's something for this wool to do. You know those video games? I don't know, those role player video games? My son plays those. And you go to a new town, and when you're at the new town, they give you instructions, and it's like, oh, you need to go talk to the priest in this town. And then you go talk to the priest, and the priest gives you like a scroll. And then it says, now you need to go back to that other town and give that scroll to somebody else. And so you're like, oh, okay, now I have to do this. So this is what you're doing, is you're doing one thing at a time. And when the information comes in, then you can work with it. But this wolf isn't worrying about what he has to do on every single town at the same time. He's just worrying about which next town that he needs to go to. I'm trying to read these towns. Mostavoy. Kratove. These are funny named towns. Taliamont. Kostian. Who knows where these towns are? I've never heard of those particular towns, but then maybe the whole point of that is that you're going into uncharted territory that you've not been before. Maybe that's the messages behind these very bizarre town names here. So it's okay that you don't know all the steps. It's okay that you don't know what each little town is going to, and each little interaction is going to bring you. You just know that once you get there, you can trust yourself to make the best decisions for yourself. Yes. Okay. Oh, good. We've got this card resonates. So thank you. You're very welcome. A bee came and visited Mandy. Yay to my bee friends. Bees are funny. I have a little tattoo of a bee. I don't know if you know here, but now I used to be kind of like bee, wasp, whatever. Now they come to me all the time, and they'll be like wasps crawling up my arm, and I'm like, hi, how's it going? I'm not a flower. I'm also not sugar, but you know, keep walking. Yeah, they don't bother me at all anymore. I love my little pollinators. And I was gonna pull one for soul, I think. Yes, soul. Yes, please a card. And we also have a comment. Mandy says, it's okay, guys. I went through a month without hearing my guides. Just figured it was another dark night of the soul. But eventually they came back, and a lot. Yeah, a lot. Like today, I've been like, whoa, download. Like so many. A lot. Soul. Where am I pulling from, soul? I think I'm going to go into the Chakra Wisdom deck for you. Oh, lots of cards for you came out. Okay. First up, we have impartiality. Impartiality. Interesting. So we have this woman here, a very interesting art with this woman, because she's kind of veiled in her own little bubble, in her own little world, and she doesn't give a crap because the two paint cans that she's carrying are two different colors, and she's like, I'm fine with that, whatever, I'm gonna do me. I'm in this little bubble. I'm connected to my own divine guidance and going to just come up with my own creations. She's happy about it. So she does feel a sense of separation at the present moment. I love this. It's kind of just like she's in this ball of smoke. I don't know if you can see that. It's like her raincoat is like this protected bubble. So you need to not worry about what other people are thinking or doing or anything like that, and just go with your own divine guidance. We've got this violet energy, this crown chakra coming in, and have trust in yourself. Do what's right for you. Develop your own creative juices, so to speak. Find where your passions lie, because next up we have passion. And so we have this woman that's reading to an elderly woman, you know, so that she's all lit up. So a lot of what you are good at, which we already know, is you're good at being there for other people, and you feel a sense of purpose and you feel a sense of care for that when you're creating and giving energies to other people. So that is something that might be something coming down the road for you. And then we also have dissipating. Interesting. Dissipating. Lots of yellow energy. So we've got this yellow bird and this lady sitting alone, and you know, so dissipating to me is like releasing. Dissipating. Just watching television. So there could be a little bit of too much time in front of the TV with that message coming in there. I'm going to hop into the book for this one, because dissipating is throwing me off. It's just the art doesn't match the word. Dissipating. Dissipating. Yellow. Dissipating. The legend, okay. Canary, a pet bird, has a wonderful ideas for action movie starring his owner, Mrs. Robinson. They frequently discuss the exciting plot with friends and family, but when they were given money to make the screenplay a reality, Canary and Mrs. Robinson chose to go on a cruise instead. For the rest of their lives, they talk about their great story and exist in a fantasy, not reality. It says inspiration. I haven't used this book before. It's very strange. Beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Do you intend to do what you say? What a lack of planning does not indicate misfortune. Am I doing what I say? So that keeps repeating. It's a very strange word for this, but it's leaning towards taking greater degree of action and following through with some of the things that you are impassioned about. This, I don't mind this way or that way energy might be, in a sense, disabling you from stepping fully into a greater sense of purpose and passion. Sit with the energies of what I'm most passionate about, and then act upon those is what's coming up. Definitely an action-oriented step here coming in. But it's a very strange book, and dissipating is a weird word to go along with that. It's kind of like letting dreams just kind of dissolve. So don't let your dreams dissolve. Hold on to them. Again, I go back to like the ABLE program. What's one action step that you can get you closer to it? You know, maybe it's practicing some art, or maybe it's taking up knitting. I don't know what it is exactly, but you know, as long as you're cultivating that energy, even if it's a small amount, it will grow. It will grow. It'll grow and grow instead of just seeping through your hands. You know, dissipating to me kind of feels like sand through the hands. You feel like your dreams are kind of like just dissolving through your hands, and so store those a little bit more safely guarded, a little bit more, no, these are important to me and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to actually act on this one. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. So there, yes, this dissipating is like something dissolving maybe. Yeah, I just see it as like your dreams kind of like dissolving through there. So I hope that speaks to you, soul. And I'm going to send all of you my absolute love. We've got, Mandy, now I've got a black and white butterfly and a white butterfly. Yay, all these visitors. That's wonderful. And also, is that like living in authenticity in your life as well? Always live in authenticity in your life as well. You don't want your authenticity to dissolve away. If you're around other people that are making you less than you, you're around the wrong people. Be with you until you are strong enough to be in your fierceness and say, no, this is who I am. This is me. There's a song that's like, this is me. I'm not sure who sings that song. Go listen to that song. This is me. Be you. Absolutely. Don't let you dissolve. No, we don't want that. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone and wish you all my absolute love and compassion. There are still spots available for anybody that wants to join me on UTalk. I am booking in for November. Unfortunately, my last guest got COVID, so he couldn't join us this Friday, but he will be joining us another date. I have to rebook him. If you are interested in joining me and discussing some of the issues surrounding your spiritual awakening to help others on their path, whether that be coming to the awareness that you're autistic or dealing with dark night of the soul or struggling with physical issues or quitting alcohol, whatever it is, if you want to discuss some things with me, get in touch with me, send me off an email or DM me over there on Facebook, or hop on into the Spiritual Warrior support group and let's get you booked in for an interview, because each of these interviews helps somebody else. So if you're wondering what your purpose and passion might be, you know, maybe helping other people is certainly a part of that. And I'm sending you all of my love and compassion. And if you need to get in touch with me to book a private read with me, you know how to do that. And I would love to pull some cards for you and see what the cards have to say. If you would like to book a private hour-long Zoom chat to discuss any of the stuff that is coming up for you and clear off some energy, please feel free to do that as well. And thank you, and thank you for all of the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, and most of all the comments. Thank you for the donations. If you are wanting to donate, the links for that are in the description. So with that all said, peace out.